As pretty as the winter can be, it can be rough on your skin, but no worries, I've got you. We're going to kick off our winter series by starting with a summary of the most common conditions that pop up and worsen during the winter. As we go along, we will also talk about how to manage them and of course the best things that you can use to keep your skin healthy and happy. Now before we get into the actual conditions, let's address the most common question that we get. Do you need a different skincare routine during winter? And the best answer for this is yes. Now I'm not saying that you need to throw out your entire old routine for these few months, but you may need to tweak and change a few things. The main thing to focus on during the winter is to keep your skin hydrated and moisturized without clogging up your pores. And this is simple. Cover up your skin to protect you from the cold. Avoid too much hot water when you can. Keep it lukewarm and keep it to a minimum. And moisturize your skin as often as you can. The next step is to manage your specific skin conditions as needed. So to start things off, let's briefly talk about the most common skin conditions that we see during the winter. The most common one is dry skin. This is the most common issue during the winter, and if you already have dry skin, it can get even worse. And for some people who usually have normal skin, they find that they become dry in the winter. Next, we have chapped lips and cold sores. Chapped lips can be caused by cold air, wind, lack of humidity, and not covering your lips with winter wear or enough chapstick. Cold sores, on the other hand, can be triggered by cold weather, changes in air moisture, and exposure to UV light from the sun. Next, we have acne. Yep, if you already have acne, it can get worse during the winter. You see, the drier the conditions, the more sebum your skin will produce or oil, and the more likely you are to suffer from clogged pores and breakouts. Winter tends to be the driest time of the year, and so even people who typically have a clear complexion may notice a few more blemishes than usual. Next, we have dermatitis, psoriasis, and eczema, which is also called winter itch. Dermatitis, psoriasis, and eczema can flare up in the winter due to cold, dry air, reduced sunlight exposure, and increased stress. Another common one is windburn. This happens when you spend too much time with your bare skin exposed in very cold and windy air. It kind of happens like sunburn, but in the cold and winter months. Next, we have Raynaud's phenomenon. Now, this is a short-term interruption of blood flow to the extremities, such as the fingers and toes, and it's usually caused by an underlying autoimmune condition, but the phenomenon itself can be triggered by exposure to cold conditions. It causes your fingers and toes to tingle or pain and even lose feeling altogether. Your extremities also change color and end up looking blue or white. Of course, some people may have pre-existing skin conditions that worsen or that are caused by other less common underlying illnesses. As always, I recommend that you regularly check in with your dermatologist to make sure that you're on the right track. But in the meanwhile, let us here at Cecily help to take some of the stress away by giving you the information that you need all in one place. Check out our next video, which will kick off our mini-series by looking at each of these conditions and how to manage them during the winter. Remember that here at Cecily Skin, we do our best to help you understand and take care of your skin. Help us to keep helping you by subscribing and hitting that notification bell. And remember that happiness is a habit, just like skincare.